After an Iranian drone was downed in the Arabian Sea, a fresh flashpoint erupted in the Strait of Hormuz, putting global shipping nerves back on edge. On February 3rd, a US-flagged oil tanker was allegedly harassed by about half a dozen Iranian gunboats, according to reports, in a tense close-quarters encounter. The Wall Street Journal reported the Iranians threatened the tanker to turn off its engines and prepare to be seized, escalating the episode beyond routine shadowing. The Iranian vessels were allegedly armed with .50 caliber machine guns, and a report said they used those weapons to reinforce their threats. The American tanker reportedly sped up to break contact and was then escorted to safety, suggesting its crew treated the warning as a serious seizure attempt. CENTCOM said a U.S. naval destroyer was rushed in to assist the American-flagged tanker, indicating the U.S. treated the incident as an operational emergency. CENTCOM said the USS McFaul escorted the Stena Impeccable with defensive support from the U.S. Air Force, adding air cover to the naval response. Reports said it was not just gunboats, because an Iranian Mohajer drone also approached the US-flagged tanker at high speed, increasing the threat picture. The tanker was reportedly sailing from the UAE to Bahrain, where a key US naval base is located, making the route strategically sensitive. The tanker's owner, Denmark's Stena Bulk, declined to comment to the Wall Street Journal, leaving the account to officials and third-party reporting. Iran disputed the claims and alleged the US-flagged tanker entered waters without legal permits, framing the encounter as enforcement rather than harassment. Iranian media said the tanker was only warned by gunboats and then fled, presenting the event as a brief contact that ended without confrontation. Fast News claimed the vessel left the area without any special security incident, rejecting Western descriptions of a near seizure. Earlier on February 3rd, a U.S. fighter jet shot down an Iranian drone after it attempted to approach the USS Abraham Lincoln, adding another high-risk incident in nearby waters. CENTCOM said the Shahed drone was downed by an F-35C roughly 500 miles from Iran's southern coast, underlining how far out this standoff has stretched. Iran International cited the IRGC claiming the drone was on a routine and lawful mission, disputing the U.S. claim that it posed a threat. Iranian state media also reported the IRGC launched an internal probe into what it called an interruption of the drone, implying it is examining how the incident unfolded. Reports claimed the Shahed drone transferred data back to Iran before it was shot down, suggesting the flight may have served a reconnaissance purpose. That surveillance and reconnaissance data was allegedly sent back to Iranian control centers, feeding Tehran's broader tracking picture of U.S. movements. Meanwhile, President Trump issued a warning to Iran after the back-to-back incidents, portraying them as proof that pressure is working and escalation is possible. Trump threatened another Operation Midnight Hammer if Iran does not come to the negotiating table, invoking past strikes as a deterrent message.
On Iran, are the negotiations still happening this week?
Yeah.
Where will they be? And what do you need to hear from Iran?
They're all over, but they are negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something is going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out, and we did Midnight Hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We are negotiating with them right now, yes.
Mr. President.
Where will the meeting be? It seems
I can't tell you that.
Mr. President.
There's more than one meeting.
Despite the scares, Washington ruled out canceling nuclear talks with Iran, signaling the U.S. still wants diplomacy even while preparing for conflict. Turkey was initially the preferred venue, but reports say Iran requested the talks be moved to Oman, likely seeking a location it views as more neutral. Axios reported the Trump administration agreed to talks in Oman with U.S. Arab allies expected to attend, keeping a broader regional frame around the discussions. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to lead the talks with the Iranian side on a nuclear deal, making him the central negotiator in the new round. Even as Trump pushes diplomacy, speculation remains intense over whether Washington could still strike Iran, because force posture and rhetoric keep rising. The US has boosted military and naval assets across the Middle East near Iran in anticipation of possible action, increasing both deterrence and readiness. Iranian media has issued conflicting reports about US warship movements, creating uncertainty about where the main strike group is positioned. Some Iranian reports claim the US carrier strike group is now operating near Yemen's Gulf of Aden instead, suggesting the armada may be repositioning rather than retreating.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.